lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert. Another cop can stretch the nigga. He ain't thieving.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rebel, busy man. Shit, nigga. They turn their head over, nigga.
Red where Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lie. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert. No cop can stretch the nigga. He ain't thieving, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that open blood, then you know I'm gonna get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers can they spin, I ain't listening. Is in fact if revenge was a woman, now I stole that bitch like Jake. So CHAAWAL, we gon' run the summer. It's gonna be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but their question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it Young Pat. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? When he saying something, I ain't hear. This shit light. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Bring shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitching about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody won't be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. A certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow son, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. U.P.K, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing. Like, bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. CHAAWAL shit, I'm bout it. U.P.K too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All the hoes wanna take my piece. All the niggas wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe, study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for 'em and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Should've took the time, get a damn no. But I see the solid and I show her. She could never get a piece home. You a dirt ass, rust that neck bitch with a fake ass jury. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. And that sucker duck bitch ass boy fuck nigga over that bit mugger. I say, if that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. U.P.K, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing. Like, bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't nothing to me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah. Hey, Glock 2 to 3, Draco with a magazine. Yeah, that clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in a spleen, boy, I bust your ass in a temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you squirm off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road, boy. I charge your ass whole fee. I'm a real big priest. Nigga, U.P.K play for keys. Commander General get that little bullet immediately down kill you. I stuck in his ass like a cat. All weapons boys full of tech. Boy like a close combat. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, but he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think? Well, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bought it. U.P.K shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Walk like every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood or hood? More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy? Stress by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
Yeah. Cold shit. I ain't come with goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room, it's pop, 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 like you got rejected. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man. I get a word, he ain't this shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LAX. Brothers out in Cali and they killers out of every set. But I ain't tripping on no blood. One West, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs, that's the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options. Used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wop, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings all feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with him. Me at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay dangerous. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? From one West, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snakes, fuck the gossip. Front line with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gun drawn, trying to curse an imposter. She get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. See that hate, make it to the featherweight. Niggas claim they hard, but they sweeter than a dedication. Hold on, think it's time to introduce. I'm a man and a beast and a stepper and a ruler. Hold on, and a G and a soldier and a mover. Hold on, and a killer and a prophet and a shooter, nigga. Trying to stay humble, my shit crazy. Cold leader, need the blue stripes, no brick baby. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gun shy. Fuck that little bitch, she a hook. Niggas swear he the goat, bring him to the bush. To the bush. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. Niggas in their feelings, I don't feel them. Kid the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with him. Be at the end, gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? What's the problem? From one West, go to war with everybody.
I'm from Philly, and get hot, you catch a cold case. I'm one West, these brothers trying to set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit, and I ain't leaving. Ski mask transform to war mode like I'm Voltron. Stamp on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something tight around your neck like a bow tie. Got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone died.
Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim he riding, that's why I left his ass roadside. He gon' die, skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus P, fuck a 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with him. Be at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay dangerous. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? From one West, go to war with everybody.
You understand? You done found a new breed of Hebrews that stand and walk with the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And we don't care who we got to come up against. You ain't standing before
Surrounded by Edomites, lost a lot of truth to this tree of life. Open up the book just to see I'm right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, on those ships who had to plead for life. Took us to a place where ain't never safe there. Poisoning our foods and put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cost. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, they rob a link a chick tonight. Praises to the Most High, I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background Jamaican, mistreated and I know why.
I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Kwam Yasha Allah, sons of the power. Rise from the ghetto when Satan want us devoured. The seal of the Lord ain't found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. Wanna be an Israelite, you gon' need more than fringes. You gon' need to show you approve and get in them scriptures. Oh, I forgot to mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide, we the victim. Homicide ain't the ending. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms. Never getting treatment, something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long, it ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. Cause I'm an Israelite, crackers better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death flow through my dreams at night. If your mind ain't there, then we don't dream alike. Reporting live from hell, home of Christians and Edomites.
I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches. Making sure our election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the love they reflection, no matter what the complexion. We got a common connection, a part of God's hand selection. A shot at the resurrection, through us achieving perfection. But to give life takes sacrifice. Battle demons every fight. Short days and long nights. Less sleep and more fights. More wisdom, more strife. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites and die for my Israelites. We owe a debt cause Christ paid the price. So who ready to give their life the life of an Israelite?
I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Man, yeah. Yeah. Hey yo, my regimen is wake up in the morning, pissing excellence. Think you fucking with me, then you must be on that mescaline. Every track is evidence, it's evident. All these rappers are relevant. Kill them all and never show no sentiment. Me to touch the microphone for pro bono, show me the Benjamins. Only politicians that use was a dead president. Cash rules everything around me, get the Entenmann's. And I'm charging you double if you're an Eminem or Kevin Federline. It's for my son's benefit, so every track is eminent. Bear witness to this testament. Round here, I'm working harder than a bunch of Mexicans. First mixtape, and I'm sounding like a veteran. Even feeling like they were drawn straight off of heroin. Greatest of all time, there ain't many that's better than. We won't lie, them kids from the lost tribe. YAHAWADAH, Katas, I rep it for the most high.
I too bomb atomically, rap's anomaly. I'm a prodigy of prophecies, theories and philosophies. I gotta be the only man alive with these qualities. And I don't want to brag, I want my people out of poverty. So burn down Sodom and all its wicked societies and free us from the white man's democracies and policies, economies and colonies, monopolies, apologies. Fuck it. Free from the white man entirely. I'm diabolical from my follicles to my molecules, unstoppable. Got all my enemies in my optical, methodical. The way I'm eliminating these obstacles. This is what I gotta do. Never has it been optional. My words are a weapon. You other rappers is kinda hype, but I'm the type to grab the mic and turn it into dynamite and smite any rapper that be biting like a parasite. If I don't get you now, then I visit you in the afterlife. Shut the fuck up.
Come on, a little louder.
Just shut the fuck up.
Everybody in together now.
Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up.
What's that I didn't hear you?
Just shut the fuck up.
Come on, a little louder.
Shut the fuck up.
Everybody in together now.
Just shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up.
This for my people. This for my people. Yeah, this for my people. This for my people.
There we go. Check. Doing quick mic check one time. That'll be loud and clear. Check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Yeah, I can hear. Check. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling. You ready? All right, clap it up. Shalom, Yahawadash, Shemi Awashai, Brakatha, Yahawah Shamar, Alathabah, Shemi Awashai. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. All right. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. I'll say it again. The I.S.U.P.K. is not affiliated with any other Israelite group, Christian movement, black power nonsense. Okay. We stand alone. And since 1969, we're teaching the truth about this Bible, that our so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians are the real Jews. We are the biblical Israelites. All right. And knowing that, we must keep the Most High God's laws, statutes, and commandments. I'm officer of 1,000 CHAAWAL out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, under captain of 13,000 I.S.U.P.K. This is the Wednesday night biblical law class. All right. If you got any questions, this is the biblical law class. I don't give a damn what's pertaining to. Feel free to type your questions in the chat. Lord willing, we'll do our best to answer those questions. All right. Let's do a quick roll call. Who we got in the building so far? Sister Princess Joanne Shalom, sis. You know what I'm saying? Yahawah Shamar, good to see you. All right. We got Kaya Watt in the building. All right. Big Mama in the building. All right. Checking in for Tampa, Florida. All right. Y'all got any questions? Feel free to type it in the chat. All right. Everybody should be coming in a little later. All right. Also, too, how can I forget the Harlem, man, New York headquarters cookout. All right. It is this weekend. All right. Start getting your affairs in order right now. I think Thursday or Friday might be the scripture breakdown. I believe they changed it to Friday. Go on the I.S.U.P.K. headquarters page for more updates as far as itinerary. All right. Usually it's a scripture breakdown class, then some type of event. I know usually we do the yacht fete, go on this big ass yacht and party with, Trinidadian music and salsa and all kind of, reggae. I don't know what they got planned this year. It's always a good time up in New York. Sunday is a cookout. All right. It's in Harlem, Spanish Harlem, I believe, this year. So y'all got any questions? Hit up anybody. Hit your camp leader up, all right? And then hit up I.S.U.P.K. New York for any updates. Check the YouTube page, Facebook, all that, all right? But big shout out to Commander Yohana for hosting that, man. I love going to New York cookout every year. It's a real spirit of, blacks, Latinos, man. New York's a melting pot. They are all races up there, but especially God's chosen people. All up and through there, man. And all those brothers and sisters up there in Harlem have been seeing this cookout since we started. They've been coming. And Commander Yohana feeds everybody. Not once have I ever seen them run out of food. Everybody gets fed, kids playing chess and Jenga and kickball, whatever the hell they got going on up there, man. It's always a beautiful thing. So big shout out to all those officers and captains involved. And big shout out to Commander Yohana and all the rest of the generals, too, for being so gracious and allowing the host to cookout up there in New York. I forget what next cookout is where, about y'all, the Texas or at Cali. Yeah, it might be Austin, Texas. We'll probably give you another update on the cookouts. We're winding down. After the cookout, what's coming up? The Passover. So, hopefully we'll get an announcement where it's going to be. We can start making our, our plans and affairs and all that good stuff. Right. But yeah, big shout out to that. A lot going on in the world, man. Oh yeah, Shalom on Christ over Zion checking in. Also 5,000. All right. A lot going on in the world, man. You know, wars and rumors of wars. Just yesterday was today. Today, a shooting, man. Active shooter. A trans white man, active shooter, if I'm not mistaken, took the lives of several people, man, in the Catholic Church. Blasting through the windows. We'll get into that story a little bit later. Y'all got any questions concerning that? Feel free to type it in the chat. We got any input on that story also? Usually we'll just cover a little bit. I like to wait till the generals get a hold of it so we can get the I.S.U.P.K official stance. But like a UPK fashion, the official stance is the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. You understand? We got to know that. We have to know that the oppressor is the devil. He's a liar. He's a deceiver. He's the first murderer, the original murderer on the face of this earth, spirit of Cain. This is what he does, man. Can a leopard change his spots? Hell no. Can Esau, the oppressor, stop being a murderer? Hell no. And what does that mean for us as Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man? We got to recognize that and wake up out of this damn stupor. Wake up out of this sleep that we're in, thinking that we can join hands with this man, this beast. We cannot trust him. Stop and frisk needs to come back on every so-called oppressor, hillbilly. You know, just stop and frisk them. You understand? From ages 18, hell no, ages 17 all the way to 45. Stop and frisk everyone you see. They got the little stupid pouch bags, whatever. Throw them up against the wall. Pat them down. You know, of course they're carrying weapons. You know, they're the devil, man. And they're not carrying weapons for self-defense. They're carrying weapons to kill and murder unjustly, man. We know the difference between that and I.S.U.P.K. You know, murder is an unjust killing. You understand? And that's the first original murder is the so-called oppressor, man. That's right. Shout out to Elder Charles, who's that? Shalom, checking in from Florida, Jacksonville, Florida. Big shout out to you, Charles, man. My man. Y'all got any questions? Type me in the chat. You know, yes, it is some sad times. It's some sad times, but sad times for the oppressor. These are glorious times for the children of God, man. These are glorious times for the Most High's children, which are Israelites. Why do I say that? Because as they fall, we rise. When you hear about these rumors of wars, these deaths, these calamities, think about the transatlantic slave trade. Think about crack cocaine. Hold on, it says we're having trouble streaming on Facebook. Okay, no sweat. We'll just remove it and add it later. Should I do that? Remove it? Okay. Remove.
Let me see.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, you know, don't forget about your own people's struggles. Yes, it's sad times overall, but don't think sad. Think rejoice, because this is biblical prophecy. What's going on? Since 1969, the men that came before us, even the prophets of old, told us these things were going to happen. It told us about the violence and civil wars and social unrest. Commander Johannes prepared us for these times. You understand? This is the Wednesday Night Biblical Law class. How does a person, as myself, a black man or a sister, you know, a brother or Israelite, prepare themselves for these times? How? We must keep the law of God, man. That's your safe haven. Being righteous. We are very proactive people. You understand? We're not reactive. We're proactive. You come through these doors, you're getting searched. Pat it down. Why? Because we are proactive. Right. We're not waiting for an active shooter to come blast your damn grandmama. We're gonna make sure it don't happen. And if it does happen, we're gonna make sure that we're prepared for it. We ain't waiting around. We're letting Jesus take the wheel like Christians do. You understand? We're very proactive people. And these are sad times if you're a Christian. Right. If you're Israelite, la yasha'Allah. That's right. I have a drink every damn night. Before I rub my feet together and crash out, I have a damn drink. La yasha'Allah. Christ is coming soon, man. He's leaving us all the damn clues. He's coming back. We better get a house in order. If you could, Mark, y'all, give me Micah 2 and 10 before we get onto these laws. Y'all gotta say, y'all got any questions? Type them in the chat, man.
The book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart.
You better arise ye and depart. Get up. No more laying down in the church. No more getting lulled to sleep by these gospel songs and Juanita Bynum's writings and the tambourine and the nativity scenes, all this garbage. All right, arise ye. Get up off the ground, black man. Stop being sad because you see shootings. Stop being sad because you hear about little kids in Gaza being blown to smithereens and hiding under the rock. Who gives a damn? What about crack rock? You forget about that? You understand? Get up. Arise ye. Read on.
And depart.
And depart. Go ahead.
For this is not your rest.
I don't give a damn what's happening in America. This is not my rest. This is a short stop. This is a tiny, small amount of time we're here in this condition. It's not our rest. It's not. I know you might see the white man preparing to be on way stations on Mars, and Donald Trump calling it the Gulf of America, and they planting flags here, walls there. They think that this is going to last forever. You understand? Black man, Latino man, get your mind out. This is not us, brother. This is not our rest. Yes, it's okay to have a job, a career. It's okay to feed your children. It's okay to buy a car. It's okay to plant a little garden and survive. But do not get comfortable in this place. Don't think that you're a red-blooded American and that you bleed red. And nothing can happen to you because you got a 401k in Bitcoin. Don't think like that. You have to arise and depart. Read on.
Because it is polluted.
It says to arise and depart. Now, go back to the depart part, because people think, oh, what does that mean? Let's depart and let's all go to, back to Africa. I would never. If you ever hear about me going back to Africa, somebody made me go over there. I'll be goddamn. That's one place I would not go. You might as well send me to some Punjabi country where they make, bean stew with their feet. I'm not going to Africa. And we're not Africans. Back when it says depart, that don't mean everybody migrate back to Ghana or Nigeria. Don't get caught up in that nonsense. When it says to depart, it means take your spirit, your love, you understand, your energy out of this place. How would one do that? How about you don't celebrate Halloween that's coming?
Right.
Last Halloween, I think it was like $8 billion in masks and candy we looked up. $8 billion. And Negroes and Latinos was part of that number. How about you don't celebrate that? Don't go buy them stinking costumes and candy on the porch, dressing your babies up with ghouls and goblins. Don't do that. You understand? Don't vote when it's time to go vote. You understand? Don't go march to the polls. Stop going to church. Start there. Take your spirit out of. Stop sending your babies, your beautiful Black and Latino babies, to die in the military. You're so proud of it because they're in JRTC and they nice suit, Matt. You send them to die for Donald Trump and the devil. You understand that? Take your spirit out of this place. When it says depart, you get your black behind mind right. You understand? Read the last part again.
Because it is polluted.
That's why you got to depart from this place. It's polluted, man. This place is disgusting. Don't even get me started with the just physical pollution. So much so they had to have cartoons about Captain Planet.
Right.
Teach you not to litter. What kind of animal does that anyway? New York, the rats the size of your damn footballs. Sewage smell everywhere. You can't even see the beautiful stars of the night sky because of smog. So-called white man operating 24/8 operations, burning plastic and all these fuels and trying to, just ridiculous, man. But that's the physical. What about the spiritual pollution, the philosophies? This place is polluted, man. Go ahead, brother.
Salakia, what I find interesting about the Bible using a term like polluted, we think that this is a modern day term. They were dealing with these things. This is how you know it's a spiritual thing. Because it says polluted, contaminated with harmful or poisonous substances. That's what Christianity is to so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
It is harmful and poisonous for us to believe in those philosophies and those false ideologies. It's contaminated with these substances. America is contaminated with things that bring harm and destruction, that defile and corrupt God's chosen people, man.
Right.
So what Micah's bringing out right now is heavy, man. Salakia.
Nah, brother, you're so right about that. It is a priest and prophets of old, man. This Bible is written for our learning. We could apply all this to today. This is a live book we're reading, man. These prophecies are unfolding right in front of us. Read that last part again, Salakia.
We're in the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
Man.
Because it is polluted.
It's polluted, brother. LGBT, elemental PQ, it's polluted. Who teaches this nonsense in this place? You either male or female. Ain't no in between.
Right.
You understand? Gender fluidity, satanic nonsense.
That's right.
I believe that clown who just did that disgusting act of violence was part of that community. Yeah, the part of the transformer community. You understand? This place is polluted, man. You got an orange man named Donald Trump who's a child mentally, running and making decisions that your life depends on, and a nation of people who ran to vote for him. You understand? Curriculum in school is polluted since kindergarten and pre-K. Polluted. You understand? The Trinity. What the hell is the Holy Trinity? Jesus is God and demigods, philosophies of devils, of white men. This place is absolutely New Age movement, crystals, burning sage, chakras. You bringing in Buddhism and all these dirty people who can't even wash, who worship cows. You bringing in their philosophy about karma. Go ahead, please.
So, Salak, if I may, it's heavy that you bring up the Trinity because the Christian church, they promote polytheism.
Yeah, they do.
It makes it easier for you to think about, those gods with a little g,
right?
Of the Greeks, the gods of the Romans, the gods of the Egyptians. Even you become God for the day on your birthday. It's easy for us to accept those things because the Christian church promotes it. They're the ones that put that concept into our minds, into our psyches, into our imaginations, believing that there's multiple gods. That is a polluted belief.
Right.
That belief is what causes us to err in real time, man.
That's right.
It's what causes the Most High Power to turn his back on us. We go whoring after these other gods, man.
Right.
And it bothers me because most of our people think, the worship of other gods is like you literally going to, a temple somewhere, you bang your head up against some damn carpet. But it's more
doggy style. Don't forget that part. you Arabs are disgusting. You're wearing dresses doggy style on the carpet, banging your damn forehead so much you got a damn bruise when you hit someone. I was on my dean.
Right.
Yeah, right.
But no, it's more, when you think of how evil it is and how subtle it is, the things that we do that are so commonplace in our everyday lives.
Right.
We don't realize that we worship another gods when we celebrate Christmas.
Oh yeah, subtle.
You celebrate New Year's.
Yes.
You celebrate Mother's Day and Easter. And this is a part of our culture. We've accepted this as our culture.
Yes, we have.
Without question. Didn't question it at all.
You didn't question your mama when she woke you up for church in the morning. You just went. You got a little funky at the mouth at about 13, and you start questioning. You got slapped in the mouth. You put that Steve Harvey suit on, and you still went. But as a child, you didn't give you a choice. So when it comes to serving the Lord, you better do the same thing. Shut your mouth and come to class.
That's right.
Make your children come in here and learn the righteous ways. We've been indoctrinated since babies, man. From TV. I mean, they a Confederate, man. This was a plan to keep us brainwashed. It took some effort and high sciences from all these devils to make everything white and pure. You can tell by the doll test. That old famous doll test was so much needed. Little kids thinking white is good and black is bad. Don't even know why. Fresh out the womb. It's ridiculous in this place, man. Was anyone that scripture?
Khan. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
You send your children to some Catholic schools. You send your child. I saw an Instagram video of a black family. His son was recording himself for the first week of school. It's a Christian academy. I think it's somewhere in Florida or something, or Texas. White family. The daddy sound like he was trying to be white. One of those. They probably got money. See your little black ass son down there. And as soon as he gets in there, somebody, good morning. Somebody calls him a nigger. He gets that on camera. He gets it on camera where, they slap it in the back of the head. They're making these little monkey noises, whatever they're doing to this kid, right? His father and mother's upset. And they want to go talk to the principal. And this is a Christian school. What about Christian morals? What about this? What do you think Christianity is? It's white supremacy. You understand? It's going to destroy you with a sword destruction. Getting smacked in the back of the head is at least your worries. You better hope they don't find him rolled up in a wrestling mat like they did that young black boy years ago.
Right.
You better hope they don't find him lynched from a tree. Why would you send your children to pass through the fire? Why would you send your child into the lion's den? Why? Why would you allow your children to be indoctrinated by homosexual pastors and choir directors? Why would you let your child to go to a Christian camp when they have a Holy Ghost Jesus lock-in, and he gets molested by Pastor Joe Willie's nephew? Why would you do that? Why would you go tell your children, it's good to vote? Everybody vote for Barack Obama. What the hell did he ever do besides make things worse?
Right.
You understand? This place will destroy you with a sword destruction, man. This is out the Bible. And one thing's true, man. You understand? The Most High God's word is bond. These prophecies are unfolding. You understand? Also, was that it on that scripture, brother?
Con, that was it.
And they so right, man. We living in some terrible days. I'm not sad at all. When I see our people get afflicted, blacks, Latino, the American Indians, it does annoy me. It hurts. You understand? Because we transgress against the Most High God. If it wasn't for Christianity and our weak leaders, man, we will all wake up to this truth and fight Satan and understand we have a common enemy. Sad when our people are afflicted. I don't give a damn when other people are afflicted. I don't care. I don't wish it on them, but I don't give a damn. The Lord's going to have his way. You understand? So it's our time to rejoice in these last days because our salvation is coming. It's closer to what we thought, man. These are the days that priests and prophets dreamed of. The people who established this school, they dreamed of these days, man. I'm going to lie, I don't give a damn. If you could, brother, give me book of Romans 13. And we're going to start at verse 9. This is a biblical law class. Y'all got any questions, feel free to type them in the chat. We're going to get it on. Big shout out to Lanisha Robinson checking in the class. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, sis, what's going on? We're going to get it on, man. We got to have faith in these last days. Teach our children to be sober and vigilant. Remember back in the day, they had something called a DARE program. You know what I'm saying? To keep kids off of drugs. Yeah.
Drug abuse resistance education.
That's it. Drug abuse resistance education. DARE. They had the DARE t-shirts. You had McGruff the crime dog used to come to your school. Kids was like, oh, we're not doing crack. We're not doing heroin. We would, and I learned something when I was a kid from the DARE program. I was terrified of crack. I was terrified of heroin needles and all that. I was like, damn. McGruff. Go ahead.
I was terrified of McGruff coming through the class.
Yeah, big ass. Yeah, that trench coat. Man, that's creepy. McGruff the crime dog was a big ass Bowser dog with a trench coat on. Yeah, a bloodhound with a damn Inspector Gadget police officer's trench coat on. And he had a badge, I believe. He fought crime. And he taught children to stay off of drugs. That energy is needed these times.
That's right.
You don't see that anymore. You understand? You get encouraged to do drugs. Why? Through the music, through the entertainment, through these the people you go vote for, and your local commissions and local governments. They allow smoke shops on every corner.
That's right.
There's Galaxy gas in the corner store. Yep. There are Annihilator flavored vape pens with all kind of nicotine and all kind of nonsense. Your child is exposed to all kind of evil. Bring back that consciousness, man. Bring back the spirit of the Lord in this place, man. Bring Christ down. You understand? That's what we're supposed to. That's our job and duty. You understand? We have a UPK fighting lion or something. Fight crime, fight drugs. Right. Cartoon or something. Bring it real. This thing all the way back in.
That's right.
Lawful food, lawful everything. Big shout out to James Futrell. What's going on, James? Good to see you yesterday. You and your Ozo son, brother, son, brother, man. Good to see y'all brothers yesterday, man. It's a big shout out to y'all. Lord be with you. Zion said 10 years too late after they pushed all the dope in our community. Yeah, they sure did. I remember McGruff the crime dog. That was like a 91, 92-ish. They didn't flood all the crack cocaine by that time in the 80s. Then crack cocaine and the fentanyl pills now and ecstasy, MDMA. Now these kids are on mushrooms or psychedelics. They want to go on a trip.
Salak, if I may, and you think about the drugs that are fashionable and why they're fashionable, and it's trendy. It's trendy to smoke weed until your teeth start rotting out your mouth.
It's
and
a
now
fact.
They promote every rapper got big goddamn teeth.
Yeah,
you got to get the veneers.
Oh man, it's extra large glow in the dark versions.
Yeah, it's cool to smoke weed until you you know, your doctor tells you you got to get put on that damn promethazine.
Yes.
That cough syrup. Now the rappers is promoting it as being cool because that's something that they have to do.
Right. Explain to them what I call the the weed to syrup pipeline. the weed to syrup pipeline.
Yeah.
Listen, get a load of this. The weed to syrup pipeline.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. You know, when you smoking as a man, primarily as a man,
Right.
you need your circulatory system.
That's right.
You know, it wreaks havoc on your cardiovascular, you know, even your circulatory system. It's all connected. Your heart, your lungs, your veins, your arteries, all the capillaries, all of that.
All that.
And as a man, you need good blood flow.
That's right.
When you smoke anything, it constricts your blood vessels, man.
Right.
It don't allow them to, don't dilate them. It's supposed to open them up, but it don't do that. That's so wicked and evil. That's why they push that. And you think about our reproductive health. A man needs that in order to get an erection.
Right.
You know, ED, it goes hand in hand with smoking.
Smoking, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when we talk about the weed to syrup pipeline, yeah, you smoking weed, it's gonna mess up the integrity of your mouth, your teeth, your gums. You're gonna have gingivitis. You might get. Where Officer Iathon at when you need him? He'll tell you about the diseases of the mouth.
That's right.
The
All
ears.
all them damn veneers you see.
All them veneers is what you see. They're fashionable because everybody is smoking. You know, they've messed up the natural, you know, integrity of their mouths and of their teeth.
Right.
Now you got to go see the doctor so you can get, you know, a whole new grill put in your mouth because you smoked the other one up.
Right.
What's next? After you smoking up everything, you're going to develop a cough, a smoker's cough.
Yep.
What do they give you for a smoker's cough?
Pay attention to this. What do they give you for smoker's cough?
What do they give you? They give you cough syrup.
Cough syrup. That old good old activist.
The activist.
Promethazine.
Yep.
Walk.
The codeine.
Codeine.
Yeah.
That purple drink.
Yep.
Niggas died off of that purple drink. And you smoking and you coughing, go get the cough syrup. Now you pour that in some Sprite. Before you know you're a dope fiend. Now you got big, stupid veneers in your mouth like donkey teeth. Yeah. They gotta file your teeth. Have you seen the teeth under that? Like dolphin teeth. They gotta file your teeth down. Leprechaun, remember leprechaun? Leprechaun, give me gold. You got teeth like that. Up under them big fat veneers.
Yep.
Man, we better stop doing drugs in this place, man. This place is polluted and it will destroy you with a sword destruction, man.
That's right.
We got to take our spirit out of this place. You understand? Where was we at? We was at Romans chapter 13 and verse 9. Who else came in the building? We got here. I got you. Sister Maya Panya. Shalom, sis. Good to see you. Good to see you up in here. Well, y'all been there probably braiding hair all day working, boy, on them feet. Getting down. Sister Juanita, what's going on, sis?
Yeah, I'm right.
Shalom. We'll go down, big head there. James Futrell says, it's hard for me to find a tech in this area that paid the drug dealer to smoke weed. I am trying to pay them not to smoke weed. About they will make money. That's crazy work. Yeah. Yeah. You said trying to find a tech. What do you mean by that, James? You trying to find somebody? It's hard for me to find a tech in this area. They pay drug dealers to smoke weed. I am trying to pay them not to smoke weed. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. You just teach this word. You keep coming to class, get your officer's test.
That's right.
And you what city he in?
Here.
In Fayetteville, right? James is in Fayetteville. I thought he was outside of San Francisco. He in Fayetteville. Join us, man. We're gonna get the solar technician. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know, we got to do this work, man. The work don't stop, man. You know, Christ sent us on these street corners to pull our brothers in. That's what we talk about weed every camp. I don't give a damn if it's 20 of us at camp. Somebody's camp speaker is going to talk about illicit drugs. We're preaching the prophet. It's our job to warn the people in the last days. Why do you think we up here on Wednesday night teaching these classes?
Right.
It's not magic. Christ is coming back. Count yourself blessed if you in here, man. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. Go ahead when you get that, brother.
We're in the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 9. For this thou shalt not commit adultery.
You shall not commit adultery. Anybody know what adultery is? For this you should not commit adultery. All right. These are laws, man. We are in the biblical law class. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, read on.
Thou shalt not kill.
Thou shalt not what?
Thou shalt not kill.
Thou shalt not kill. Don't be stupid like you Old Testament Israelites and dreadlock, weed smoking Rasta. You know that the Bible contradicts itself. You can't kill a chicken then. Nigga, that's not, its translation is murder. Thou shalt not commit murder, which is an unjust killing. How the hell you gonna eat a cow if you don't kill it? How you a roach come in your house, that law go out the window. As soon as a roach come in there, how about let them bed bugs eat up on you then? You can't kill nothing. You dirty, you know. Yeah, you don't use scriptures to benefit you. You be taught the scriptures, all right? You know, thou shalt not murder. Go ahead. That's an unjust killing.
That's right.
Self-defense is not unjust. It is justified.
That's right.
You have the right to bear arms. You have the right to defend yourself. You understand? Go ahead.
So like that's what you would call a righteous kill.
That's what they call righteous. Right.
Of your life or someone else's life.
Exactly.
So like
exactly.
Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness.
Thou shalt not steal, and thou shalt not bear false witness. You see a lot of that going on with all these rats snitching on their brothers, saying this person did this and did not do it. White man telling, oh, he did this. No, he never did it. All these brothers getting acquitted for somebody bearing false witness against them. Thou shalt not what else?
Salakia. Thou shalt not steal.
You better not steal. It don't belong to you. You didn't pay for it. You didn't acquire it. Don't take it. Don't be a thief. Commander Yahawadah has it so we don't have to steal anything. And if you have a wife, a righteous Proverbs 31 rib, you shouldn't have to steal a damn thing. The Bible says, so you have no need of spoil. She got a job. She making some money somehow. Baby, you ain't got to steal or sell dope no more. Here, take this money.
That's right.
You know, here's for studio time, or here's some gas, here for some clothes for your kids, whatever. You ain't got to hit the block no more if you got a righteous Proverbs 31 wife.
That's right.
You know, you ain't got to steal because you got Commander Yahawadah.
That's right.
Call the school if you need some food or money, whatever. Don't be ashamed. You understand? Jordan said, Moochie watching. Moochie May.
I know that.
You better be good, Moo. Better be good, Moochie. I'm watching you. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not bear false witness. Thou shalt not covet.
Thou shalt not covet. Do not want. You understand? What does not belong to you in such of a lustful way that you'll go want to steal it, that you want to go break the law to get it. You see, the white man has this and has that. Now you want to go scamming. You want to go selling heroin. You want to do all these things to acquire what he has. You see your brother's rib, and you're like, oh, I want that. I want her. No, get your own. Don't covet what another man has.
That's right.
That burning, lustful want sensation is not righteous.
That's right.
Inspiration is different. We big each up, man. I'm trying to get like you. I'm trying to get like you. Ain't no coveting in that. Nigga, you fresh.
Right.
You're a good brother. But you know that Satan come in. And then you start, you know, scheming of ways to backdoor somebody to get what they have. Covetousness is a sin. And you're not allowed to covet up in here. Do you understand? Go ahead.
And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
That's heavy. Did y'all pick up what he's putting down in Romans? What's Paul saying? He said, if there's any namely other commandment, read that part again.
Con.
Now, mind you, of some of the sins we just read, covetousness, adultery, murder, stealing, bear false witness. You understand? Read on.
And if there be any other commandment,
all through the Bible, if there be any other commandment, you think about it. Fornication, usury, taxing your brother, you know, any other commandment. Go ahead.
It is briefly comprehended in this saying.
Now, the next saying he's about to say, all the laws are briefly comprehended and encompassed in this saying. Go ahead.
Namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Love thy neighbor as thyself. Your neighbor is not Jackie Chan in church. When pastors say, turn to your neighbor, and you go to some non-denominational white church, and you turn to them, you got a stinking African on one side and a big-nosed devil on this side. and you think that's your neighbor. No, your neighbors are blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians, the people of your bloodline, whether near or far. Your neighbors are Israelites, and you better love them as
Salakia. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
You better love thy neighbor as thyself. What does that mean? If you don't want nobody to murder you, you bet not murder nobody else.
That's right.
You don't want nobody stealing from you, you better not even think to steal from no one else. You don't want nobody sleeping with your wife, you better even look upon your brother's wife in lust. That's real brotherhood. And all the laws are hinged upon brotherhood.
That's right.
And sisterhood. Because if you love your sister, you won't covet. You love your brother, you won't murder. You love your brother and sister, you won't steal. You won't commit adultery. You won't bear false witness if you love your brother. That's how you know there's no love in these YSL and RICO charges and these Bloods and Crips. They always get, there's no love in that. There's no love in fraternities and sororities. We just talked about the AKAs getting sued for the death of the, what's the sister's name? Somebody, they walked her ass into some beach water, blindfolded, hands tied. She drowned. Her and another sister. What kind of love is that you would make them do that? What kind of love is you punching somebody in the chest or pounding their naked behind or suffocating them to the point they die? There's no love in that. That's all unlawful. If you love your brothers and sisters, you will keep the laws of God. All the laws are broken down into love. That's what it's about. You got to understand these last days, man. To make it through these last days and these times, you're going to have to love your brother and your sister. You're going to have to do it. You don't have a choice, man. You got to squash those old beefs. You have to squash the beefs. Some of us have neighborhoods. Shalom Star, so you going? You want the class? You got something to bring up? Okay. You understand? You got to squash those old beefs. Your cousin killed him in 96. Or your mama don't like Sister Shirley. Or your dad was a victim of the crack epidemic, a CIA, victim, and you hate your father because he wasn't there. Forgive him. Forgive your mother. Forgive your cousin. Squash the beef. Stop stealing. If you owe somebody, pay them.
That's right.
Apologize.
That's right.
We need each other, man. All this war, this sexist, battle of sexist. Black men need black women. Black women need black men. Latino, the same thing. All the laws are hinged upon love. That's what Christ came and taught. And he did the greatest act of love, which was dying for our black ashy behinds, and we didn't deserve it. You won't even open a door for a person you don't like, and Christ died for you. Whatever. They ain't listening anyway. Read on, Monkey.
No, Salak, if I may. When the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 10, love worketh no ill to his neighbor.
If you love your neighbor, love worketh no ill towards his neighbor. Meaning, if you love your neighbor, you're not trying to backdoor him. You're not thinking of ways to finesse. That's another thing we like to do. Run off on a plug and finesse it. Everything is rooted in just evilness, being slimy. We got to stop that. Because if you love them, there's no ill intent there. There's no way to work illness towards your brother or sister. It's no way. If you love them, if you're doing that, you really don't love them. You don't understand what love is. You don't. Go ahead.
So, like, if I may. So, when you mention the term neighbor, what's so diabolical about blacks, Hispanics, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians living here in America is the fact that, we have this idea of the melting pot.
Yeah. Remember that.
When you think about your neighbor in real time, if you were in China, you're going to be surrounded by Chinese people. If you're in Korea, you're going to be surrounded by Koreans. If you go to Greece, you're going to be surrounded by the Greeks. If you go to Italy, you're going to be around Italians.
Oh, and how could I forget? I remember being in elementary school, teacher passing out papers and documents say, turn to your neighbor next to you. They put that in your head as kids. So you think neighbor is your next door neighbor and the kids in your class, instead of saying classmates.
That's the oppressor.
That's the oppressor's
because
lingo.
He knows there is no salvation for him.
Exactly.
So he's going to make us all equal.
Even
all in the same.
Those little nuances are so important.
That's right.
We pick up on that stuff as children. Go ahead, finish your point. That was heavy.
No. It's just heavy because, you think about the phrase melting pot. And, I just put this into Google and an abnormality of a melting pot, because it is very abnormal.
Yeah.
When you take what the so-called oppressor has created in this whole diversity, illusion. When you take anybody from any other country, you bring them here to America, they still hold on to their ethnic identity.
They do.
They still hold on to their ethnic traditions.
Yep.
Except for us. This is how I know the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are one nation.
Yep.
We don't know who we are. The Puerto Ricans celebrate,
Puerto Rican Day Parade.
and all Puerto Rican Day Parade, and the Mexicans celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
Right.
But that's all confusion.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it says the melting pot, it says the erasure of diverse identities. The theory suggests that ethnic and cultural distinctions will simply melt away, ignoring that many people want to and do maintain their heritage, traditions, and language. Critiques point out that a society that erases differences becomes bland or muddy. And so we talked about Micah 2 and 10.
Right.
They talked about how we would be destroyed, because this is not our rest. That's that pollution.
Yes.
The idea that when you turn to your neighbor and he's Jackie Chan, you turn to the other side, you got goddamn Haji
Jeffrey Dahmer and Haji.
Yeah. That us taking on that mentality is what destroys us.
That is right.
Instead of us looking to other so-called niggas, spicks, and wetbacks,
right,
as being our family, man.
So right. He's so right. Give him a hand, man. That's heavy, brother. That's heavy. That's what we need to be teaching our children now. You understand? We doing I.S.U.P.K. I was so impressed with Jace about the Zarwan's son at the cookout. That little nigga was answering every biblical question Yanazar threw out. And there was other kids from the projects down the road in the neighborhoods that are children too, but they had no clue that Jesus Christ was black. They had no clue about blacks, Latinos, they were Indians. They didn't even heard the word Israelite. And Jason coming here playing. And by the time teaching him home, and he picked up everything.
That's right.
And the kids looked at him like, who the hell is this? And it was just biblical knowledge. He was so much wiser of his years. It was adults that didn't know the question. And here go Jace. He was playing the whole time, couldn't even sit still answering the question, fidgeting. And got everything right.
Right.
That's how I know you got to raise your children right. That's right. To understand what this Bible is truly saying. It's going to save your life, man. Go ahead. What you say, Markel?
Salakia, just to finish that point, because what our children are taught, they're taught white supremacy. They're not taught the true history of their ethnic lineage.
No, they're not.
And it says the assumption of Anglo conformity. Critics argue the melting pot was less about a mutual fusion and more about immigrants assimilating into the dominant Anglo-American culture. The host culture, so-called white society, was inherently seen as superior, and non-European groups were often excluded from this process entirely. So that's delusion. That is an illusion for you to believe in the whole, melting pot. Your neighbor has got to be of your family, of your kinsman, of your flesh. Salakia.
Man, that's heavy, brother. You damn right. James Futrell says passing a blunt is not love. He's right. Passing a blunt is not love. It's not. It's gay. That's it. It is gay. A wet blunt, yeah. Especially a little Bow Wow. He right out the nigga mouth and boom. It is witchcraft. It's gay. It's a lot of things, but it's not love. You know what I'm saying? What we do, teaching our Blacks, Latino brothers to stop smoking, that's real love.
That's right.
We actually care about their body and their salvation. Read on.
Salaki, in the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 10. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor.
Love worketh no ill. You have ill towards your neighbor, there's no love in you. It's not. Those brothers that came and shot up young Dolph, I saw that clip. It was disgusting. They did him dirty. There was no love in those brothers. There's no love in your Nino Browns in your neighborhood. Selling crack to pregnant women. You understand? There's no love. I don't understand you trying to survive and eat. There's no love in that. There's no love in a Christian pastor telling your mother to leave your husband, your father. Just leave him, girl. You deserve more. Your miracle's coming. This is the pastor tells your mother, your season is coming, woman. Just hold on. He ain't treat you right. Just leave him. There ain't no love in that. That's Satan. That's wickedness.
That's right.
That's ill intent. Breaking God's law. Just because, it's ridiculous. Ain't no love in the Christian church at all. There's no love in voting. They're all liars. Read on.
Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law.
That's love. You show me a sister who keeps the law, I'll show you a sister who's full of love. A brother who obeys God's laws, that brother's full of love. That's who I want to be surrounded with. When I want to be surrounded by love, I go to camp. When I want to be surrounded by love, I go to the cookout. When I want to be surrounded by love, I come to the Passover. When I want to be surrounded by love, I call my brothers and sisters, because that's what real love lies in. Right here. We're the only ones doing the righteous acts. It's our job to teach the rest of the world. That's real love. Love is an action. Keeping the law is an action. Can't just say it with your mouth. You got to do something. All right, go ahead.
So, Lakia, we're in verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
And that, knowing the time.
Now, knowing all this brings us right to this. Go ahead.
That now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Yeah, now it's time to get up. You understand what the law is and love. And we're living in the last days. Who your neighbors are. Christ is coming back. Go ahead.
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Man, it's right around the corner. Every time I turn on the news, I see America getting weaker. And I see the other nations getting stronger, ready to jump them. You understand? Ready to jump America. America's allies are falling by the wayside. They ain't looking strong no more. They had that whole America army marching down the street in the parade. Everybody marching all off beat. Nobody's in step. Uniform hanging off their ass. Just the Chinese spy balloon just chilling all through the airspace. Come on. Drones, they don't know what the hell the drone is from weak. Go ahead, brother.
So like they got the National Guard picking up trash.
National Guard picking up trash, defecating in Humvees, mad. Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines, just all a bunch of rejects. America's about to fall. Babylon the Great is definitely falling. You other nations are going to fall too. You think you're strong, care if you march all high knee like the Chinese. That don't mean nothing. That don't intimidate me. You look crazy. And the Lord said within 1 hour, it's going to be nothing. Like, it's not even a thing. It's quick work. How you going to beat something that don't run out of ammo? How? You have a chariot don't need to reload. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Go ahead.
Good night. Verse 12. The night is far spent. The day is at hand.
Right.
Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness.
I love this scripture. I say this probably every damn class. Cast off the works of darkness. We went over some earlier. All them damn drugs and drug abuse, all that weed smoke, works of darkness, man. It's doing shrooms and trying to tap into MDMA and portals. The new age theories, Wiccan, you know what I'm saying? Voting, getting baptized in the water still is an act of darkness.
That's right.
Because it's pointless and it's vanity. It means absolutely nothing. Taking communion in the Christian church is the works of darkness. It's all this whack. It doesn't mean a damn thing. It's all sinful. It's all based in nonsense. You understand? All these what they do when they burn in the sage? Smudging. Yeah. All these mantras and saying things to it. That's why Dr. Umar does that. All the African spiritualism. Yeah, vain babblings, repetitions. Yeah. Brothers and sisters, I need to listen up. Brothers and sisters, listen up. Don't saying that. Like you think you saying it you speaking something to existence, you're not. Yeah, you say something 3 times. All that, I call it, BS. That's a perfect word for it. It really is nothing compared when it comes to this Bible and what true knowledge and wisdom is. Read the last part again.
Therefore, Salakia, the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness.
Cast off the works of darkness, man. Jesus is black. Cast that white Jesus out of here. All that African spiritualism, cast it off. All those new age Ouija boards and all this garbage and voting and believing in oppressor, the Christian church, gospel music, cast all that crap off, man. It's nothing. The works of darkness, Halloween, all the rituals we do, fraternities and sororities, Freemasons, Eastern Stars, the Divine Nine, throw it in the trash. Works of darkness, man. You know, stealing. Good night. We can go on for days. Abortion, Planned Parenthood. You know, you read on.
And let us put on the armor of light.
That's the law, statutes, commandments. The armor of light, not darkness, but lights. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. Put that armor on so you're not pierced by, drugs. Or Pastor Joel's sermon about your miracle season, the harvest. Oh, that'll get you if you're not covered. You might be compelled to go run to the polls if you're not covered in that armor. You might be compelled to go buy candy for Halloween if you don't put the full armor of God on.
Right.
You will put a Christmas tree in your house when you hear Silent Night from the Temptations. You're going to run down and find any reason to celebrate Christmas or that potluck at your job. You're going to participate in Secret Santa if you don't put that armor on. You better be armed to the T. Not a chink should be in your armor. Go ahead.
Salakia, we're in verse 13.
Hold on. James said, sir, can I get a breakdown on why we shouldn't pick money over morals or over following the law and how we treat each other? Money, that's an easy one. Give me Matthew 6:24. But refinish this out. We'll get to that.
Okay. Salakia, we're in the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness.
Walk honestly in the day, not in riotous and drunkenness. Riotous is the same thing, right? It ain't like a bunch of sex, wild party, drunkenness, riotousness, Let us not behave like a bunch of white frat boys.
That's it.
Like I say, your kids are acting up. Say, stop acting white. Go sit down somewhere. Go do something. Stop acting white. We don't behave in such caveman mannerisms. Read on. You good?
Not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying.
Not in strife and envying.
Verse 14. But put ye on the Lord, Yahawadah Mashiach.
That's right, Jesus Christ. Go ahead.
And make not provision for the flesh.
Don't make provisions for the flesh. Read on.
To fulfill the lusts thereof.
Don't find reasons to sin and fulfill your lust. Yeah, R. Kelly, my mind's telling me no. Don't find reasons to sin. Why should you do that? Why? Because the liberty you have, that God gave us the law, and now no priest is gonna knock on your door and come stone you to death and come drag you out the house. So you're gonna just do what the hell you want. No. We don't live like that. We use the biblical law. It's our left and right limit on how we should behave.
That's right.
Read on.
That's it.
That was it on that. All right. Let's get to James Futrell's question. Sir, can I get a breakdown on why we shouldn't pick money over morals or over following the law and how we treat each other? Yes. Give me, the love of money.
Timothy 6 and 10.
Yeah. Give me that first. We go there.
We're in the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6, verse 10.
We'll go to Matthew. Mm-hmm.
For the love of money is the root of all evil.
The love of money is the root of all evil. Remember, it said the love of money. Is it wrong to have money? No, it's not wrong. I didn't read a law in the Bible that says you shouldn't be rich or can't be or be dirt poor. I mean, there's no law against being poor, But what?
For the love of money is the root of all evil.
It's the root of all evil. You show me somebody who's evilness. You show some money's behind it somewhere. Hold on. You can look at your everyday life and see that. How many of our brothers and sisters are in prison right now because of love of money? You just had to have it. Look at COVID-19 and every fool that did the PPP scamming loans. That was the greedy. I saw one pastor that took out like 14 of them. You niggas in your neighborhood was doing. Everybody was doing it. The love of money. Shouldn't pick money over moral. It's gonna land you in jail. That's why. That's why. You're gonna die or go to jail because you love money so much. Read on.
Which, while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith
Some have coveted after have what?
Erred from the faith.
You err from the faith, man. Because you love money so much, you broke God's law. Like your Christian pastors. No, the Bible said Jesus is black. No, it says you can't eat pork. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. And they do every last one of those things in the church for money's sake. Filthy lucre's sake, as the Bible says. Just threw morals out the window so they can ride in a brand new Cadillac. You understand? Read on.
And pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
Many sorrows. All the money came, all the whores. Now you're in child support court. Now you got STDs. Now some Negroes trying to kill you for banging his wife because you blinged out and lured her in. Chasing money, trying to be a rapper, trying to be Nino Brown, trying to be a pastor, trying to be a pimp, trying to live like the white man. You want to chase that money. You neglected your morals, which are God's laws. You cannot do that. Yes, there's nothing wrong with having some bread, but you show me somebody, how much is enough though? How much? And what are you willing to do to get it? What are you willing to do to get it? You should not pick money over morals. We're going to find out reason why too. Matthew 6:24.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other.
Read it again.
We're in the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other.
You can't serve two masters. You can't. Because you're going to love one and you're going to hate the other. You're torn in between the two. You got to pick one. And you know you better pick the Lord.
That's right.
Well, why? Read on.
Ye cannot serve God and mammon.
You can't serve who?
God and mammon.
Let's look the word mammon up. You can't serve the Most High and mammon. It's going to blow your mind what mammon is. Now, wait. You can look it up, James, if you're at home, and type it in the chat, or my brother can look at it right here in his Zondervans. What's that story also when the brothers stole that Moabitish garment?
Okay.
The story, I think it was the Old Testament, when the brothers stole that Moabitish garment and hid it. And as the brothers started getting put to death, and they found out, and the Lord killed him and his whole damn family, threw him in a hole.
This is mammon, according to the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. We're on page 339, bottom right corner. Mammon, the Aramaic word for riches.
The what?
The Aramaic word for riches.
The Aramaic word for riches. You can't serve God and money. You can't. It's impossible. How do I know? What did Christ tell the rich young ruler? Or was it the brother who came up and wanted to follow him? He said, go sell everything you have and follow me. Nigga couldn't do it. Couldn't do it because he'd be too tied to the affairs of this world where you have a lot of money. You're so worried about your investments and who's over this, how many percentage and points is this, and my properties, and people ask you for money. It'll take your mind off serving the Lord. You'll be too caught up in the cares of this world. You got to pick one. You can't pick. You got to pick one. You know what I'm saying? You can't serve two masters. Is it a sin to be rich? No. Pay your damn tithes. Help your brothers and sisters. But you can't have lust for money. You can't be a filthy sinner and break God's law because of it. I.S.U.P.K says Joshua 7:23. I think. Yeah, give me the book of Joshua. I'm gonna tell you a story about why you should never pick money and riches over morals. I'm gonna teach you a lesson. You understand? That was a good question, James. And you're going to see in these last days that unfold in front of your face. People who choose money over morals, money over the law of God, power and riches over serving God. It never works out. Never works out in your favor. You see what they did to Saul in the Bible. You understand?
This is the book of Joshua, chapter 7, verse 23. This book of Joshua, chapter 7, verse 11. Israel hath sinned, and they have also transgressed my covenant, which I commanded them, for they have even taken of the accursed thing, and have also stolen and dissembled also, and they have put it even among their own stuff.
Yes, the Lord told them to go and destroy these Moabites. I believe it was some heathen nation, and don't take nothing. Just go utterly destroy them and keep it moving. Lord provided everything for us. We will ransack certain cities and take what. But He said, I think this is one we said don't take nothing. You can go read up for yourself for clarity. Okay, keep reading on. Yeah, keep going. Okay. You just get through it. Just make the point.
12. Go through 12 and 20. This is the book of Joshua, chapter 7, verse 20.
Right.
This is the book of Joshua, chapter 7, verse 19. Now you 12, sir. And Joshua said unto Achan, my son, give, I pray thee, glory to the Lord God of Israel.
Right, go ahead.
And make confession unto him. And tell me now what thou hast done. Hide it not from me.
He confronting his brother. Why are we losing men? Why are men? We serve the Lord. When you go serve the Lord, He said He's going to destroy the enemies before you.
That's right.
All you got to do is show up. Sometimes you ain't got to show up. He'll smite the army with hemorrhoids. He'll send roaches through there. He'll send blindness through there. So all you got to do is run around slapping people. The enemy can't see you. The Lord destroys the enemies before you even get there. All we have to do is be obedient to His law. The morals, the laws, be obedient. Read on.
Verse 20.
But somebody wasn't obedient. We started losing men. The Israelites getting killed off by heathens, uncircumcised heathens. Hell no. Go ahead.
And Achan answered Joshua and said, indeed, I have sinned against the Lord God of Israel.
Now, this brother had to come clean because the leader came and said, something ain't right. You better come clean, brother. Read on.
And thus have I done.
This and this have I done. He started telling him what the hell he's done. Now listen to this, what this jive turkey did. This goes to your question, James, about why the hell you should never value money over morals and obedience to God. Go ahead.
Verse 21. When I saw among the spoils a goodly Babylonish garment.
That's what it was. A Babylonish garment. They in there killing and everybody's dead. Now the spoils of war usually you take. I mean, Abraham brought 10% of spoils of war to Melchizedek. Paid his tithes. Sometimes you go ransack a city, you go get some gold and jewelry and stuff that they got laying around. In this case, they weren't supposed to. This brother said, I seen a Babylonish garment. He saw that, that Louis Vuitton. Yeah, I hope it wasn't that. He saw something that he just could not have. He just had to have it. Go ahead.
And 200 shekels of silver.
And not only did he see a Babylonian garment, the nigga saw 200 shekels of silver money. The rules were set before you went to the rules of engagement were set already. They go on to war. Don't take this. Don't do that. Just come back. We'll keep it moving. This brother saw that Babylonian garment. He saw that gold of the silver. He was like, man, I got to have it. It ain't going to hurt. It's everywhere. You think about that when your integrity's tried. When no one's watching, what are you made out of? We read a story about a brother thousands of years ago who had a decision to make. Should I obey the Lord and the men above me and the morals, keep my integrity, keep my morals, or should I just take this money, this mammon, these material things, which is more important? What the hell are you going to do when nobody's watching? Read on.
And a wedge of gold of 50 shekels weight.
And he took a fat ass wedge of gold. Wedge of gold. Oh, he was clean. He was getting to it. Go ahead.
Then I covered them, Salakia. Then I coveted them and took them. And behold, they are hid in the earth in the midst of my tent.
So nigga had a tent, dug a hole in the middle of the tent. He coveted it. We just went over that. We just went over the law about coveting something. He took the wedge of silver, gold, the fly ass garment, which probably was not fly at all. But to him, it was everything. And he dug a hole, he put it in the middle of his damn tent. Oh, why did that brother do that? Why did he choose money over morals? We're going to find out what happens when you do that. Go ahead.
And the silver under it.
And he put the silver under it. He done laid the thing up nice and breezy. Go ahead.
Salakia.
Mm-hmm.
And this speaks volumes about what he did. He tried to hide what he was doing. He knew he was wrong the whole damn time.
He tried to. Thank you, Bonkiel. That goes with the question. That's why you shouldn't do it. No man can serve two masters.
DMX said it's a difference from being wrong and doing wrong.
Being wrong and doing wrong.
Salakia.
The nigga was both. And he managed to do both because of his lust and his love and his covetousness for money. When it took over, morals were out of here at this point.
That's right.
They were out of here. Go ahead.
Verse 22. So Joshua sent messengers, and they ran unto the tent.
Joshua said, go. He said in the tent, go in there, let's see if that's true. Go over there. Go ahead.
And behold, it was hid in his tent.
Voila, it was there. Like he said, he came clean and was honest. Let's just see if that honesty helped him. Go ahead.
And the silver under it.
Just like he said it was. Go ahead.
Verse 23. And they took them out of the midst of the tent and brought them unto Joshua.
So now they bring the spoils that he stole right to Joshua's face. Like, yeah, it was in there. Here you go, right here. Go ahead.
And unto all the children of Israel.
Now, everybody's watching this whole thing go down. It's recorded in the book right here. You did it in secret, but it's being exposed in front of all. Understand that. You do something in secret, it will be exposed in front of everybody. I hope you understand that. Go ahead.
And laid them out before the Lord. Verse 24. And Joshua and all Israel with him took Achan, the son of Zerah.
They took this brother. They laid it out, looked at him, and grabbed him. What else they do?
And the silver, and the garment, and the wedge of gold.
They not only took him, but everything the nigga stole and hid under his tent and laid out for everybody to see in front of the Lord. They gathered all his belongings that he stole along with him and
his sons, and his daughters, and his oxen, and his asses, and his sheep, and his tent, and all that he had. And they brought them unto the valley of Achor.
Go ahead, read on.
Verse 25. And Joshua said, why hast thou troubled us?
Why have you troubled us? The actions of one person can affect us all. Don't you ever forget that, especially here in the I.S.U.P.K. You don't represent yourself anymore. You represent all the hard work Commander Johannes put in under Christ with authority of the Most High.
That's right.
What you do, sister and brother, affects us all. Go ahead.
Why hast thou troubled us? The Lord shall trouble thee this day.
I love the way this book is read. That's some black stuff to say. You knew this was niggas, boy. You trouble, we're gonna trouble you. I'm gonna trouble you right now. Go ahead. See, watch what he did to him.
And all Israel stoned him with stones.
All Israel stoned this brother with stones. Now, and who else?
Salakia. Let me go back.
No, that was it. The last piece.
Salakia.
Stoned him with stones,
and
right?
All Israel stoned him with stones and burned them with fire.
And burned them. That means his ox, his kids, the wedge of silver. Everybody got robbed. Everything got destroyed because of what he did. Was that worth it? Was it worth putting money over morals at that point? I don't think it was. That's how you selling dope. You take yourself away from your kids. Now they growing up without a father because you had to chase money over morals. You get caught up with some damn Rico. You understand? Or you want to go do a drill. You want to spin the block and unalive somebody. Now you getting a death penalty while your kids are on drugs and the pastor's raising them. See, you cannot do things and not expect consequences, repercussions. This brother made a decision that cost his whole family's life. Go ahead.
And burned them with fire after they had stoned them with stones.
After they stoned them, they burnt them up. Just burnt them up. Imagine seeing that. boy, you wouldn't take a free flyer. Like you just better not ever think you can choose money and riches over what's right. That's a prime example why you shouldn't do it right there, James. The Bible was written for our learning. You understand? So we know what it is we must do in these last days. All right. Anybody got more questions? I don't think so. I thought this pen good is gone, brother. The Tug I'll take the ink. It's a good pen. This is one of them smooth ballpoint pens. Now I'm gonna leave it right here for you, man. I thought it says can't protect your family from a jail cell or the grave. You damn right you can't. That's why you should never choose. Oh, it's more of that? Go ahead, finish that out.
Finish it out. So
Go
like,
ahead.
this is verse 26.
Mhm.
And they raised over him a great heap of stones unto this day. So the Lord turned from the fierceness of his anger. Wherefore the name of that place was called the Valley of Achor unto this day.
Damn. Good God. They named it the Valley of Achor after they threw air. That's heavy metal right there, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Because what he did got other brothers unalived. You see, consequences and repercussions are something that we got to deal with. If you just serve the Lord and obey and don't use your liberty to sin against God and never put riches over morals, you'll be fine. You'll be just fine, man. You understand? It's 8:30:28. We're gonna get off of it. You got anything else?
That's it.
All right. And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Officer Thousand Bonkiel for the announcements.
I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew is pronounced ma'ashara. It's 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest funds a free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming Holy Convocation. We have the memorial blowing of trumpets, first day of the 7th month, which will be Sunday, September 21st of this year, according to the book of Leviticus, 23rd chapter, verses 24 through 25. We also have the I.S.U.P.K's annual Harlem Cookout, man. All right. I believe it's going to be in Spanish Harlem. Go to the I.S.U.P.K. HQ page on Facebook. Hit up the GoFundMe. Donate, man. All right. That's August 28th through the 31st. It's going to be in New York City. Get your affairs in order, man.
Right.
Get with your camp leader. Brothers carpooling. We're trying to get up there, man. It's going to be a glorious event. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, imagine, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Imam Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. YAHAWADAH, Shem Yahushua Barakatah. Yadamatah, Sar, turn to face the sisters. Sisters, imagine, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to our sisters. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. Yahweh Shemar Lataba Shem Yahushua. Yadamatah, hands down. Class dismissed.